Monday.
Didn't hear a word you said. We'll talk about it on the air. Who knows?
Are we live? Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm Carlo, Mr. Monday. Very happy to be here tonight. And I got Don Zollo, who looks like he was doing yard work today.
Looking good, Don.
Look at you.
You
yard work?
You would be mistaken. I was swimming, biking, and running in preparation for this week's coming triathlon I'm doing.
That's the newest, weirdest thing you're doing?
Yeah, I said, how long is it? They said 70 miles. I go, 2 weeks should be enough to train.
Okay. Who are you trying? What girl are you trying to impress tonight?
I'm trying to impress nobody. I'm trying to prove to myself that I can do it.
So how many miles are you swimming?
1.2.
How many miles you running?
55 and change, like 55 and a half.
And how about the bike?
The bike, we just said the bike is 55 and a half. The swim's 1.2. The run is normally 13.1, but since they're shortchanging us on the bike by a half mile, they're tacking it onto the run, which I don't like, but whatever.
How many hours do you have to get this done in?
8.5. I think it's 8.5 to be considered a finisher. I'm shooting for anything under 7 is what I'm going for. But I've never even come close to doing any of those distances, so I'm like, I don't fucking know. Maybe after 50 miles, I just fucking conk out. Who the fuck knows?
Do you wear the floaties when you swim? Because Italians can't swim.
I don't, but I'll tell you what happened to me this past week. I got floaty duped. I was swimming in Shannon Pond in Winchester, and I'm like, I don't know. I've never fucking done an open water swim. I'm like, let's just fucking. I picked something out in the middle of the water. I was like, oh, there's an orange buoy. I'll swim to that. So I started swimming, and I look up, and after like 5-7 minutes, I'm like, I'm not making much fucking ground in this orange buoy. And then I looked closer, and it's a flotation device that open water swimmers use when they get in the middle of nowhere. In case they drown, they can hold on to it. I didn't realize this thing was attached to a chick that was swimming further away from me. So I swam like into the middle of a fucking lake, like an unsafe distance, and then was like, oh, I better turn the fuck around. I'm not gonna be able to catch this broad.
When you said swimming in Shannon's Pond, I thought that was like a novel about like the head cheerleader at Gloucester. Shannon's Pond! Sounded dirty.
Do you ever worry about like sharks or jellyfish under you when you're swimming?
Not in a lake, but in the ocean. Dude, Kevin James says it best. Kevin James says this line. He goes, I've learned that when I'm in the ocean, I make the exact same noise as when I'm being attacked by a great white shark as when my foot hits seaweed. And dude, you get touched by anything in the ocean. I'd rather get touched by a pedophile in the ocean than a fucking shark.
Yeah.
Or a piece of seaweed, anything.
Anything aquatic.
It's fucking bizarre. You get touched by anything in the water, it magnifies it by like 50.
That Kevin James
When you're
special.
swimming, do you have a huckalungies?
Huckle undies?
Huckalungie?
Oh, fuck you. Lungie is probably the grossest word in this.
Does anyone know what a lungie is?
Great word.
Lungie's a great word.
It's a fucking terrible word.
McKlasky, what about you? You huck lungies?
I do. It's when spit comes from your gullet, right?
I'm not sure it's a lungie though.
You pull up half of your lunch and whatever.
If you eat sprees, you guys remember sprees?
Sprees.
Yeah.
There was
Those are really good
poor
lungies.
man's Mentos.
You know what's interesting to me is you're in shape. You seem confident. I have confidence that you'll be able to do this. But I'm sure there's somebody else who's going to get halfway through that swimming part, right? And be like,
I think that most of the people that do this take the time to train for it. I think I'm kind of the asshole that's like, let's just fucking see if we can do it, you know?
Okay. So there's no point in going to watch somebody die. I'm not going to.
See, this is what I've always said. You want to make the triathlon like really interesting. You want to get viewers. Put the swim at the end.
Yeah. Put the swim at the end and have the guys that are doing skeet shooting aim at the water.
You're a sicko.
There you go. I think it would be interesting.
That's like a sick.
And then, you know what? The other thing too is
That's not a bad idea at all.
yeah.
You're sick too, but I already knew this.
I also say put the
sharks.
I guess you'd have to put the bike second, but I never thought about it. Biking's actually kind of dangerous when you start to get that tired. Yeah. You know? But I still think more people would die if you put the swim at the end.
Yeah.
This isn't your first triathlon anyways.
It's my first.
I've never did one before.
No, I've done the marathon, but like that's whatever. You're on land. It's fucking fine.
Right.
The thing about this is it's kind of lonely. It's like mostly through like forest area, and because of Corona, there's no crowd.
What do you guys think about Don Zollo doing this weird triathlon? He's always doing something. I mean, like, there's always something with this guy. I mean, I think it's great. He's athletic, and But there's always a catch with this guy.
A catch. I call it pushing myself. I want to fucking learn what I can do. I'm not sitting on the sidelines like a dickhead.
Klasky, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I always think the triathlon's funny. It's like they just kind of picked 3 arbitrary things, really, right?
We should invent our own type of
They were like,
triathlon.
if they were like, it's masturbation, mulch spreading, and raking leaves.
Yeah, like why not?
What's that 20?
The MMR. Measles, mumps, rubella.
If you're watching at home, help. We want to vote. Put up some ideas of what we could do for the Breaking Balls triathlon.
And do you want it to be athletic or just tasks?
I want it to be like a mishmash.
There has to be beer drinking involved,
but a drunkenness, like a
Tonzo.
college frat type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that would happen there.
I think that would be a blast.
Yeah, like
And you
nerds.
have-
Remember the scene
you
in
have to
Nerds with the
catch crabs.
triathlon, all this shit. Put some ideas in there. This COVID thing's going to end, and we're going to be able to have a big party. We want to have a big college party with everybody.
And everyone gets crabs.
Yep.
You have to get crabs. Like, girls can't get crabs these days because they shave it up. So football season's starting, in which we're very happy.
Allegedly.
But Robert Kraft, everything got dropped. Like, we didn't know that was going to happen. I mean, I think...
I remember when, I won't say we always knew that was going to happen. I remember when that story came out, they made it sound like he was bringing over children from Indonesia. Of
course.
And I was like, I remember being like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I feel so... And then it's like, no, he was just going to a massage parlor and 42-year-old women were jerking him off.
he was in love with...
I was like, they made it sound like he was
He was in love with the
involved.
China woman.
The massage therapist.
Massage therapist, Carlo. I feel that they made it sound like he was into a lot more harsh stuff than what was actually happening. But I don't know. Whatever. I love the guy. I don't want to. He's fucking 80-something. I don't know.
He's probably got a floppy haddock. It doesn't even work.
That's a sketchy shit pass.
I'm always wondering, like, it's got to be somewhat of a different technique for every guy, right? You can't just go in there with, 3 pitches if you're that girl. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's one
Do they
solid
size you
movement.
up when they come in and they not size you, but they look at you and go, "Oh, this guy's more of like a twist and yank, and this guy's like a slow no pressure."
Like there's
Every girl has her own system.
a massage therapist like Greg Maddox. She's bringing all kinds of different junk. She's like,
Yeah, somebody late in their career that can't throw the heat anymore, but she's got a lot of good tricks.
she's got
She's spitting on it, rubbing Vaseline off her chest. There's a lot of different
I heard
tricks
there's
to
certain
this.
guys just like their butts massaged and it makes them ejaculate.
Full eye contact.
Well, describe butt massage. You mean rub their ass cheeks or fingered?
No, their butt massage, their butt cheeks, and then that makes them climax. I heard
And these are your sports heroes, ladies and gentlemen.
that's what I heard from somebody.
That's what you heard at that all boys high school you went to.
Yeah, St. John's Prep.
You can hit a home run just facing down on your duvet.
Anyway, whatever. I mean, I didn't view this guy as a villain when this happened. I just did. Excuse me.
You did?
No, what I'm saying is the way they painted.
I wasn't
it,
mad at him.
The way they painted it first, I was like, oh my God, is this guy in child trafficking? It was like really fucking my
Yeah.
head up. And then I was like, no,
no fucking
he's a horny old guy, and there's some mid-40s woman that was jerking him off. I was like, whatever they do behind closed doors is up to them. I was like,
absolutely.
Consenting adults, Don.
I feel like...
why are you yelling at me, Tonzo?
He's always yelling at all of us. But I feel like the heat's off the Patriots now that Brady's gone. I kind of feel like they're still giving Brady shit, but I don't think they're giving the Patriots much crap now that Brady's out of here.
Because they want to make the news story that probably they'll make all the drama follow him. Yeah.
I mean that's how I feel.
Until Cam Newton says something stupid, right?
You been following training camp?
I have not followed anything, and it's amazing how much sports I have not followed. I'm just like,
Have you followed?
I'm out. I can't stand how political sports is becoming, and
I forget that.
I never understood that when I was younger. I was like, I don't care. I like watching them play. I love sports, and now I'm like,
I can't get into it.
get this fucking shit out of here. Like I come to escape all of the BS of the world and enjoy myself, and I'm like, now that they're making sports political, I'm just like, I'm out.
You know what? It started with making them for everybody. It wasn't just for men that wanted to sit down and watch a sport that they played in high school. It became now we have to throw in promos for according to Jim, and we have to have pink outfits to represent breast cancer and give them 1% of the proceeds.
That always pissed me off.
Yeah.
'Cause look at how good we are. Look at what nice people we are. All the money we're raising. It's like they'd sell $150 million worth of shirts, and it was like, and here's a check for $280,000.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck you.
And all of that-
virtue signaling at the highest order.
Make your money where you need to, but you're taking away from the actual game. Watch an old 70s game where the guys were breaking all the rules and there wasn't 15-minute commercials for
Well, Bill Burr used to talk about, I remember he would talk about this all the time, and he was fucking dead on. He was just saying, he goes, after like all these domestic abuse things, they'd come out with commercials being like, we're not going to do this. We're not standing for this. And he's like, oh, you're saying it like we're doing it? You do realize that like maybe, I don't know, fucking 12% of your leagues, whatever the number, is being brought up on these charges, and then you're throwing it out like you're the savior. And you know, we're doing it. And it's like, no,
It's a learned posture that everybody does now.
I can't stand the virtue signaling. It's sickening. It really like it turns my stomach.
Yeah, it's gross. So Jared Stidham, he was beating out Cam Newton before he got hurt. He hurt his hip. I don't know. So you're not paying attention.
I have no idea.
He hurt his hip. I don't
The
know.
other guy?
Did you know how long he's going to be out? Did you hear anything on that?
They said he won't be back to normal for several weeks.
So I think it's
Oh, so that's
Cam
guaranteed.
Newton
It's
jobs.
Cam Newton's
But I'm saying he
job.
was beating him out up until that point, from what I understand.
Who's the other guy?
Him and Nikhil.
Cam Newton and Jared Stidham, the guy who was
And
back
Sidham's doing good?
Yep. He was doing really good. What do we got, Klusk?
The guys here, the news team, it's not just the stories we show you. We have people going behind the scenes, flying out to different locations, following up on stories, and we've touched on this one for quite some time. This is Lori Laughlin. Do you remember her?
the
Girl from
actress.
Saved
Aunt
by
Becky.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Aunt
Aunt
Becky.
Becky.
That's right.
You were attracted to her, you said.
She was.
Did I say
How
that?
would you
I'm not
not be?
denying it. But
Last
I'm like,
show, he was really in love with her.
Yeah, she's a beautiful woman. The glasses, she's pretending to not be just a hot sex pot for the court trial, but she did get sentenced to 2 months of jail time. All of this, the hoopla, the bullshit, and now all that they did is give her an opportunity to write a book.
This is how I view it. This is my feeling. I can't believe that this is illegal. I think it's wrong, but I can't believe it's illegal. Like I'll compare it to like
It's a white-collar crime.
Somebody cheating on their spouse. I'm like, well, it's not right, but it's not against the law. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't. When they told me that like trying to bribe people to get somebody into a college was against the law, I was like, that's against the law. I'm like, I just thought it was
It's
wrong.
Bribery.
Yeah, but Carlo, I could bribe you to get the fucking.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to get in college.
Yeah, but I'm not like there's people that are trying to get like the big job out there, and I can bribe you to get the job. Like,
You know I'm that easy, huh?
yeah.
I just find it ironic that she.
Hey, I just can't believe that's illegal. But I'm like,
Did they get the money back?
No way.
So,
So
the
do you
college
think-
keeps that, even though they were obviously in the violation of that as
All right,
well?
great question.
I mean, bribery's, I think, against the law.
That's
Yeah, but if
where
you're
I'm at.
bribing, but like if I was to bribe you,
But that's you and me. We're Italians. It's a different story.
but
It's a different
I
story.
like colleges are a private entity. I guess unless she's trying to bribe in the public sector colleges, like if you're going to
It's a
UMass
business.
or something.
But everyone has to pay the same amount to get into the school. It's like,
No,
you
they
know.
don't. That's one thing that's absolutely not a thing.
Well,
No, all
it's
right,
a
but,
tuition fee for this,
boil it down even narrower, okay? Like I applied for a class, I got into the class is full, and now you can't get in, but you bribed the school to bump me out.
Oh, I think it's terrible
But no, I'm saying, would you think that should be illegal? That my tuition was just forfeited for a year, and now I have to wait a semester and pay another semester to come back because your family donated to the school. So you're pushing somebody out of something.
Yeah, I don't think that's right, but I don't see how it's illegal if you're doing it with a private entity.
I think it should be illegal on the college's part, not the person doing it.
That might be. Why aren't we going after the college people in this?
That's why I don't hear any of those names.
Great
That-
point.
that- I
Like,
don't
yeah,
hear-
you hear about Aunt Becky all the time.
Yeah.
And I know I don't know fucking Joe Stevens or whoever the fuck was in charge of admissions, but like, yeah, is that person going to jail? That's a great question.
I just think it's funny that she paid.
I'll put the system on trial. Sorry.
She paid millions of dollars to send her daughter to a 4x8 room, and then just ended up in one herself.
Do you think she'll get physically assaulted in the camp?
No, they're gonna send her to a country club.
No?
But that being said, isn't this the time where we're releasing all prisoners because of the inherent danger in being? So you're gonna tell me
sure.
that you're fucking throwing Aunt Becky in jail, okay? And we're letting out people that are legit threats? Like, I don't think this is a time to be enforcing country club fucking prison sentences.
Here's my.
If we're letting out like legit threats to society,
Can I give you my King Solomon argument here?
I would love for you to do that.
I would like you to take the money that they paid the college. The college shouldn't get it. Aunt Becky shouldn't get it. She shouldn't have to serve the time, but that money should go towards something for COVID, something to help people, families that don't have money. Put that towards good use. Let Aunt Becky fuck Jesse and the Rippers till her pussy doesn't work anymore, and let's all move on with our life.
Do you think there's gang showers in the jail she's going to be in?
no.
Oh yeah, they all shower together. They don't do one-on-ones.
It's all gang showers.
You know how many women are going to get to see Aunt Becky naked? That's not fair.
I wish Kat was
This whole
here.
thing doesn't make sense. She's going to walk out of here with a book deal for like $80 million, for double what she spent to get her kid in there. And everybody in the world's going to see Aunt Becky naked except for me.
They don't have loofahs.
I hope that this helps to expose. I hope that this helps to expose college.
Get
what a
my
fucking
loofah.
shame It is.
That too, but you know when you go into prison, they have to check you. They literally do a body cavity search, right?
They go up your
So,
crack.
what prison is this, and how do I apply to be a security guard there? I get to check Aunt's Becky.
Yeah, but a girl will check a girl.
I'll wear a wig.
Yeah, you could pass.
I can pass.
Who's our food sponsor and who is Miss Monday this week?
Our food sponsor is one of my favorites. It is John's Roast Beef.
It's my favorite.
Brought up some sliders, roast beef sliders, chicken cutlets. The whole fucking menu there is amazing.
Everything's great, and he looks so handsome lately.
They deliver quick. The guy's super nice. You don't have to leave your house. Go to John's Roast Beef. And he's sponsoring Miss Monday. Do you know who Miss Monday is?
Amanda?
It's Amanda. She's from Avon, Connecticut. She's been an American muscle car fan since she was in diapers. You'll see her driving around since 1970. Oh, no, she drives in 1970 Chevelle. She's probably younger than that, right? 1970?
Oh, yeah, she's way younger
Yeah,
than
she's
1970.
cute.
She looks cute. So she likes speed, turns her on. She likes the spring, fall, and the winter, as well as the summer.
Speed turns me on too.
She does indoor shooting ranges, car auctions, and she's basically
She
like
has a Colt 45 revolver.
she's like your guy buddy, but with an amazing body.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? She's like a tomboy.
Just like Tonzo.
She's like a tomboy, but like a Giselle figure.
Thanks, son.
Yes.
And she's a class act, I'll tell you. She's a really nice girl. And God bless her. You know,
God
she's
bless her.
beautiful.
Thanks for the pictures. Looking good. Next time, the lighting down. Put the lighting down. You want the lighting above you.
Lay down.
Yeah.
I like the way she put her hair up like that, like a turnip.
I
Yep.
enjoy it.
Looks good.
That part of the turnip's called the handle,
Is it really?
not on a turnip.
Really? Well, thank you, Amanda.
Yeah.
All
Look
right.
good, Miss Monday.
What do we got? What do we got for viral videos this week?
This week at Breaking Balls, we had a ton of videos go wild. Let's take a look at the
Looking
top
good,
three.
Miss Monday.
These are the top three highest hits that we've got on videos. You guys keep clicking them, sharing them, and we are blowing up. Let's look at this one. It is a woman holding on for dear life. I don't know why you would want to save this life.
Yeah.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What is she doing?
She's pretending to be a bumper sticker.
That's the chick that's training me for the triathlon.
I would love
You
to.
gotta admire the body confidence.
I would love to see her, like, you know, like when you're in the snow. When we remember when.
Oh, yeah, you hold on to the
What did
car.
that call? What was that called?
I don't know, surfing.
Skitch it.
Skiing.
What'd you call it?
Skitch it.
Snow
Skitching?
skiing.
That's your weird language. What was it
No,
really
that's
called?
what Michael J. Fox did in Back to the Future.
Yeah, look
Added
how-
on to the Back
Yeah,
to the
look how he
Future
turned
song.
out. Okay, he got the fumes up his ass.
Can
Poor
you think of a
bastard.
scenario where why did that happen? Was she supposed to catch something if it fell out the back? Why was
No,
she on the back
And
of
there
the
was
truck?
big
The
stuff.
boyfriend was trying to get rid of her. Look at her. He
Like a
didn't want her.
nightstand fell out and she was like,
Listen, they were moving to another apartment. He was trying to get rid of the broad, and then she like jumped on the back, and that's what happened.
Makes sense
That makes
to
the
Monday.
most sense. That or his girlfriend was
That's what
in the
happened to
passenger
Tonzo.
seat.
Yeah, I don't think that was a
Last
voluntary
relationship.
thing. I don't think that the driver was on board with that. I think she was like clutching for dear life.
She made a stupid move and then didn't know how to get out of that and held on to the highway, right?
Yeah, how the hell are you gonna do there?
You can't jump off a car.
No.
Even at 10 miles an hour, you break
Not
your
with that
fucking ankle.
attitude.
Jesus Christ! What would you do? Would you cover your head like to enroll?
I'm surprised the truck
Oh
didn't do
my
a wheel.
God! I gotta tell this. Holy shit! So last week I was with my buddy Paul Holloway, and somebody said, "Oh, it's just like with the thing that happened to you in Connecticut." And I was like, "Well, what happened to you in Connecticut? I don't know this story." And he was telling me, he's like, "Oh, I flew in for a wedding." And he's like, I showed up 7 hours before the wedding. He's like, so we drank for 5.5 hours straight. We got fucking hammered. And he goes, one of my friends came and met me and my buddy that were going to the wedding. And he goes, we were just fired up. He's like, he drove us from the bar to the wedding. And he goes, I was just acting like a fucking idiot. And he goes, I rolled the window down and sat on the edge of the car and held myself into the, holy shit, fucking don't fall out the car hook right up here.
Oh,
and
fuck
he goes,
handle.
the old fuck handle, that's what he called it. And he's like, the old fuck handle dislodged. And he fell out of the car on 91. And I was like, how fast were you going? He goes, I don't know, highway speed. 65, 70. And I'm like, you fell out of the car at 65 or 70? And he's like, dude, he's like, with the handle in my hand, I just fell out of the car. And he goes, I was so fucked up that I wasn't tense. He's like, and my body just fell flat against the highway. And he's like, I remember my back hit and I flipped over. And he goes, the second time I hit the ground, I put my forearm up. He's like, I caught my face so that my face didn't hit. He goes, I flipped over again. I'm going to a wedding. I'm not wearing sneakers. I got shoes on. He's like, I landed on my shoes and just skidded 20 feet on my shoes. He goes, and then I caught myself. And he goes, I was just so fucked up, I didn't know what to do. He goes, I just ran into the forest and sat on a rock like this. And 5 minutes later, his buddies looped around and they're like, Paul, are you alive? And he's like, yeah. They're like, are you okay? No. They show up, he's covered in blood.
Yeah.
And they took him to the hospital. He got 74 stitches in each leg. And they spent like 4 hours picking rocks out of his back. He spent 10 days in a coma.
He must have felt good. He must have felt good the next
Best part
day.
is you didn't have to go to the wedding.
He didn't have to go to the wedding. I was like, dude, how did I not hear this story? Like that fucking, like it blew my mind when I'm like, how did I not? Like imagine
That's
having
road rash.
a bank of stories that big that you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you the story about when I fell out of the car on 91.
Jesus Christ.
Crazy.
What's the next viral video?
Number 2, everybody loves a well-executed dive into the pool, but this guy tried coming in from the side. I don't know how that works. Let's check it out. Let's get another look at. Can we look at that again, or? Yeah. That was a quick goo one. Got to be careful.
That
at
looks
the pool.
like one of the Patriots linemen.
You know what I think you hurt most on that? Your confidence. Like,
Yeah.
you're a fat fuck.
Yeah.
Dude, when
That's
you
what you know.
when you break a diving board, that fucks with you.
yeah.
You carry that around in your head for a few years.
Yeah, because there's a guy whose whole job it is designed to make sure that that never happens.
And
Yeah.
you just broke a diving
I
board.
mean, that thing's
Yeah.
bolted into concrete. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, no.
You know, that guy's a slub.
What do they?
Maybe he broke the diving board and then got his shit together.
I doubt it.
knows?
He might have drowned.
He could be 220 right now.
I bet you diving board sales have increased since people have been locked down. People probably get more pools installed.
I don't see diving boards the way I used to see diving boards.
You don't go to pools really much?
I hardly ever go into pools. I don't have many pool friends, and sadly, the kind of friends that I do that have pools, they're more of the
Out of ground?
above ground pool kind of people. But it's like,
Losers.
how many people do you know with a diving board? I'm going to say right now, I don't know one person with a diving board.
Figgy has a diving board.
Does he?
Yep.
If you're in the chat and you have a diving board, press 1. If you're in the chat and you have a friend with a diving board, press 2.
Today was a weird day driving around.
August.
Did you notice today? Did you think today was strange?
No, not at all.
Today was like a strange
What
day.
made you feel
it
strange?
was eerie. It was like, today was eerie.
Nobody out and about?
Nobody out and about. It's like either people are on vacation or the pandemic. I don't know what was going on, but today was like, I felt like it was like 3 months ago today, for me.
I'm enjoying it.
Not at all.
No?
Not one bit.
Did you leave the house?
I told you, I went out, I swam probably at least a mile, and I fucking biked 13, and then I fucking ran a little 3 just
Is that
at
why
the
you're
end.
so full of pep tonight?
I think that would be why I would be tired, but I continue to fucking bring it. And what is it? It's just what I bring.
Wow.
What's the next one?
Number 1, this one got over 80,000 views.
Wow.
Right? We're just fucking dropping
Holy
bombs every
crap.
week. The question is, what is the strongest thing in this video? The rope, the girl, the guy, or the bridge? Let's roll it. What is the strongest thing in this video?
Oh my God.
The guy.
The guy? Well, the guy can hold the girl, but the girl has the
Does
rope
he
has to
have
hold them
the reach
both.
around? Is he holding on the hand?
Are they going to let go?
Oh my God.
No, they don't let go. You don't let go of them, baby.
What are they doing?
That's how you make a baby.
She's like a rhinoceros. She was like a real rhinoceros.
Yeah, that gets lost in the shuffle. Is she's actually pretty strong too.
What country do you think that was in?
It has to be
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Wet and Wild.
It was Atlanta. It was America. That's the question that
That was
makes
in the
me.
country of Atlanta. Is that in
The
Jordan?
country of Atlanta.
Yeah, but that makes me wonder, like, because you're the guy that runs that thing, and all day, like spring breakers are coming up, and you're hooking up at the harness or whatever. You're not trained with sensitivity training, and that girl walks up, and she's like, "I got $15. Can I get in that? Are you gonna hook her up in
Well,
that?"
first
You
off,
go,
is that
"All
a
right."
charging situation? I don't think that's a charging situation.
That's down in the Cape, and you can go do that for $15.
Some
a ride.
guys really like girls like that look like that,
that look like what?
like Aunt Jemima.
Like just big,
world's
like
a sick-
round
Just
buttocks.
a big,
I was gonna say
round,
like
heavy woman.
lineman strength.
Yeah,
Some guys just love
like
that.
a defensive end with a big ass.
Yeah.
You don't.
Who doesn't miss a Monday? Come on.
You don't know if you don't know if you want to fuck
Would
him
you
or line
dry
up next
hump
to
that
him.
girl? Would you dry hump that girl that was just on the rope?
Absolutely.
Moist. Hump.
Absolutely.
You guys would.
We
There
could.
would be
We could.
moisture involved Monday.
We could all do it at the same time and be in different rooms, Carlo.
That's disgusting.
I agree.
She's gross.
Yep.
I mean, she's probably nice and
Maybe
God
maybe
bless
she
her.
makes
but-
you feel good about yourself. Maybe that's
I mean, you probably need that, Don. You know.
that's kind of women can do that to you.
Jesus.
I think if that lady came up to me and was like, "I want to go on this," I would be like, "No, you can't go on this."
Well,
I
here's
care
the thing,
about
it
you as a
held her,
person.
but it held the guy.
Yeah.
It held both of them.
That's what I'm saying.
He was kind of a Neanderthal.
I like. Why don't you just like if I was that big, I'd be like, I want to go solo.
Oh, absolutely. Here's my question: What do you think?
You used to be that big.
What's the combined weight on them? And then what do you think they tested that rope
Don
system at?
Zollo was 400 pounds at one time.
I
Just-
wish we had the photo.
I don't want to. I mean, listen. God bless you. Now you're doing triathlons. You have 4 bills.
What he really needs.
All right, you were like 380. Okay, it's not a big
What he
deal.
needs is 205.
All right, what else we got, Classic?
We should probably take a break, and then when we,
I think we need to regroup.
yeah, we need to regroup a
Call
little
it
bit.
20.
Oh no, wait.
I thought we were going to talk about Amazon.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about Amazon, and we'll go to the break.
Okay.
They're starting to get into the New York scene here. They want to take over some of the buildings and put people that aren't working back to work. They're taking over the whole entire planet, and now since people are leaving New York in mass exodus, they're going to try to take that over. Do you think that would work?
Amazon's kicking ass because everyone's home ordering stuff. I mean, I think that's what's happened the last 3-4 months.
Fair.
So, I mean, yeah, they're spreading. They're getting bigger, and they were already huge.
What happens? Like, I'm not taking like good or bad or whatever, but they're getting to the point where they're basically a monopoly. They're
It's fucked.
yeah, it's fucked, but it's at the same time as like, is that the eventual goal? Like, we don't ever have like this
I don't-
long term. There isn't a sustainability to 50 people fighting over the resources, right? We kind of have to some point get to a centralized way of doing things.
Here's the thing. I hate to shit on people for their success, and Amazon is obviously doing whatever they do like better than everybody else is doing it. So it's like, in one respect, I'm like, more power to you. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, this is getting way too fucking big. Like, I mean, you know, you got to be able to go and fucking buy a scuba mask at Steve's Scuba Shop instead of on Amazon. You know what I
right.
mean? It's
The little guys getting
but
screwed.
that's today's thinking that shop has to be there. Where I'm saying is like that's not good. That's not gonna happen. We have to move towards maybe Steve's shop is like Steve runs a shop where all the stuff for your area comes in for Amazon or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know why we'd have to involve Amazon in this shit though. Like I'd just like to see Steve run his scuba shop and fucking be happy.
Stevie Scuba.
But the problem is Steve has a scuba shop, and you want the fluorescent pink strap for the back of your goggles, and Steve doesn't have it. It's a 3-week order, and then you go on Amazon, your trip's next week, and you can get it in 2 days.
Right. So what I'm saying is I see the value that they
Yeah.
bring, but I just don't like to see like one company have such a dominance over it. And
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll put you, was Bill Gates dominating the world of computers the way Amazon is dominating?
Who's the guy for Amazon? Bezos?
Yes, Jeff Bezos.
He's a weird looking.
Because they made fucking Gates break all his shit up, right? Like in the 90s
Yeah.
or like early 2000s.
But the problems become bigger than that. So now you break it up, right? And now there's UPS and FedEx, and now there are 3 trucks all going to the same building every day, half full, and you're just polluting. Now it's a pollution problem versus an economy problem. Like you're always going to have an issue until you have the most efficient way, which is never going to be 5 different delivery companies.
Well, not with that attitude. Call back. Boom.
Let's take a quick break and check out this Be a Man, and we'll be right back.
Wear underwear till it disintegrates. Be a man.
Family owned and operated, Lynn Ladder has been dedicated to providing high quality products and services to the New England area since 1946. With 6 locations, from their manufacturing plant in New Hampshire to their rental yard in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Lynn Ladder is the one-stop shop for all your new equipment and rental needs. Lynn Ladder has catered to contractors and homeowners for the past 72 years. Have a project big or small? Then call the Ladder King today at 1-800-225-2510.
So do you wear your underwear till it disintegrates?
No, I don't get me wrong. I push the limits, but how do I say?
You seem like a Steve Martin boxer short type of guy.
I fucking hate boxer shorts. I don't like. I like the look of boxer shorts,
And other guys?
but I hate the feel. I need the discipline to be constrained and held tight.
Too much freedom.
Way too much freedom in boxer shorts. So fuck that. And then we go to tighty whities. Like the discipline, hate the look. I don't care who you
I hate
are.
the stains.
You look like a fucking moron in tighty whities.
A maniac.
Boxer briefs came out, changed my underwear world. I fucking love
What about
my undercarriage.
Did you ever get a pair? All right, what size waist do you? Because I'm going to buy you
I
something.
don't know, 32.
32. That's so feminine.
Yeah, right.
Woo, you have a 32-inch waist?
You scratch off the number. He writes
Jesus.
31 on his underwear.
That's like so queer. But anyways,
It's called being in
what do
shape.
you got, Klaus?
I do tidy whities, but I have them tailored.
What
so they
size
look
waist do
nice.
you have?
I'm a 34.
He's a 34. You're a 32.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
No, I'm proud of
Whatever.
him.
Good
I'm
for
proud
him.
that he's a 34. I'm a
He's going
38.
the Brazilian cut.
I like Lucky Brand underwears.
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 Be a man's right though. Underwear feels better towards the end of its life.
He has so many stains on his. He like has mustard stains,
Blood,
I like when it turns into
blood
a skirt.
stains,
yeah,
semen stains. He's got everything. In his
car
underwear.
grease, everything made like
Tonzo wants his underwear to disintegrate
Deer
till it's a
piss.
skirt.
Yeah, when the middle part disintegrates and you just got a free float.
Yeah, that won't do it for me. Not at all.
I love ripped underwear.
Can't stand it.
It's broken in. It feels good. It makes your nuts feel vibrant.
when your
I'm into it.
when your dick finds that hole that shouldn't be there. That's
Yep.
always great.
All right, let's
Getting harder.
let's shoot the shit. What do we got, Klusk?
A bride is being harassed by a bridesmaid who went ballistic after the wedding was canceled because of COVID-19. You can't have a wedding. The unnamed bride shared her story on Reddit's "Am I the Asshole" forum. You can go online and post about your.
Oh,
your
she
bullshit.
posted this?
This is the bride
I
who
read
posted
it.
it.
Oh, the bride posted it.
She explained that the bridesmaid in question used to be one of her best friends, but she was furious when the wedding was canceled. I guess she had a lot invested in this as like a party or whatever. As part of the bridesmaid thing, she had to buy a dress. Those usually are really expensive. This was $140. I know times are tight, but that's not bad, really. And now she's mad because she wasted $140 on a wedding that isn't going to happen.
Have you guys been in weddings before? I'm sure you have.
I have.
All right, you have to
Fucking
pay.
stupid.
You have to pay for your own tux. Do
Yeah.
you feel like when you're at a wedding that they should pay for the tux?
No.
No, you feel like you should do it. Out of
I just
respect?
feel like there's so much cost to going into that already. It's like, oh, so now
Do
they're
'em a
going to pay
favor.
for like 6 or 8 more
What if they're like
tuxedos.
filthy rich?
If you're filthy rich, yeah, fucking. If you're filthy rich,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, if you're filthy rich, don't even bring me a gift.
Right.
You know?
What do you think about that?
What was the question?
Paying for your
Paying for my suit?
paying for your own suit.
I like the idea of like encouraging, like getting a reasonable black suit and everybody buys a suit. You know what I mean?
Don't expect a gift.
You don't want a $120 rental of a thing. Like, what the fuck?
That's
You know what I mean?
why I like the
expect
beach
to
wedding.
get-
The
Yeah.
beach wedding is nice for that. It's like,
Yes.
you know, like
What
you
about
know,
a destination wedding?
destination wedding is
Self
good.
express.
Is good for filtering out the riffraff. Like you throw out your 400 invites, knowing that you're gonna
Whoever's got 5,000 on their
That's a
credit
good
card.
you're gonna get 100 that come.
Yeah. And you can keep that drunk that can't scrape together 2 coins to come to Jamaica, and it's like a nice way of not inviting them.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, you probably also funnel down some gifts from people that wouldn't even be coming to the wedding now.
But like, you know,
Big guilt gift.
bridesmaids are always squawking. The dress is so ugly. The color sucks. Why did she pick this color? And I got to pay $160.
Because the bride's got to look the balls.
You know
that
what I'm
day,
saying?
Where everybody else is going to take a little bit of a fucking.
It's
tip
always-
down.
I'm not gonna say it.
But this
they're always ruining everything.
this friend ruined a
Really? That's what you were holding back out of all the shit you've said tonight and in like 200 other episodes.
I don't want to get shut down again for.
That's what.
Disparaging.
That's where you drew the line. Yeah, I'm not going to violate the.
We've never had a show get shut down. You and I together.
Well, it's 'cause
Ah, that is tonight. Durable.
No,
cat.
Fury and I. Yeah, we get shut down every other week.
Fury's an
Crack it
animal.
up, you pussy.
Fury's an animal. Fury's an animal. That sounded like something out of The Godfather.
Fury doesn't even know what he's saying. I think that Fury watches the show afterwards and he's like, Jesus Christ, it's like he came out of hypnosis. He's like, really? I said that?
I miss you, John. All right, what's the next one?
A woman who came back from the dead after spending a night in a Russian morgue has now died again. Zenaida Kononova. She was 81 years old. She was declared dead on August 14th after intestine surgery. They brought her to the morgue at 1 a.m., but at some point in the night, she woke up and started wandering around the building. They found her. They took her to intensive care because she was having complications, and then she died again.
Incredible tennis player back in the 80s. She was so freaking
Let me
good.
tell you, I did love Samana Konakova.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She
When
was
she
was
came
great
on
pictures,
this, you
yeah.
know what I didn't like about how they treated Anna Konakova is they'd be like,
Sex symbol.
She's
Like
hot,
Americans.
but she sucks at tennis. I'm like,
She wasn't bad.
no, she was like 9th in the world. What the fuck are you 9th in the world at? Okay, like
Complaining.
you're lucky to be 9th best in the room at something.
In anything.
Yeah, she's 9th in the world, and they used to shit all over her for that. I'd be like, she's 9th in the world. I fucking love how she looks, and she's 9th in the world. Like that's pretty fucking
It's
good.
better than tennis.
And she could fit a tennis racket up there.
They had to make it interesting. It was women's tennis, so. You
Dude,
turned it into a
I'm
catfight.
gonna tell you right now, women's tennis, probably the best sport to watch in comparison of women versus men.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
dude,
The
like,
claws come out.
like, no.
How about when they grunt like-
I couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly.
that?
Oh, you never heard it?
I couldn't possibly hold my own against a woman tennis player at a professional level. Not even close. Throw me into the WNBA, I'm probably dropping 17 to 20 a game.
No, but you
okay?
could walk into any building.
Oh, I will fucking dominate the WNBA. Like it's not even. I'll put you this. You throw me in the WNBA for a season.
Why do you want to play
You
against
throw
girls?
me. I don't. But I'm just
How many
saying.
would you get in the NBA?
Like 2, maybe if I'm lucky.
Could
If
you
I'm
beat
lucky,
any girl in
if
the
I'm
WNBA?
lucky, somebody.
get your-
If somebody draws a double team and they
You
kick
get
to
your
me
pocket
for
picked every time you touch
no,
the ball in the NBA.
somebody's gonna draw a double team and they're gonna kick it to me and I'll knock down the open jumper.
Could you one-on-one beat any girl in the WNBA, do you
Not
think?
any girl in the WNBA, but I could beat a lot of
80%?
them. Probably 80%.
Don Zollo versus
Have you ever shot hoops at the Garden?
No,
I played at the Garden one time. It was it was like a.
your Make-A-Wish.
It was just one of those things. No, it wasn't a Make-A-Wish, but I'll tell you what. It is so different, the depth perception and everything.
It is different. I've played in some
Holy
big venues,
crap.
and I have to admit, sometimes it's like you shoot and you're like, oh god, there's like there's
You're playing like the summer leagues. It's like 90 feet or whatever. Like that's like $120, 100. It's like. You're
Oh,
like
I just
winded.
meant like the depth when you shoot,
That
and
too.
there's
That too.
there's like 250 feet of empty space behind where you're shooting.
Oh, it's
You're like-
crazy.
yeah.
It's a big difference.
Friend of the show, Mike McCarthy, mentioned in the chat that many a sock were ruined by Anna Kournikova. Was she the one that had? She had like lots of magazine pictures where there was like between the thigh shots, right? Like not even just like she looks cute. They were like going after the gooch, right?
There was
Going for the gooch.
who was the hockey player who was sticking her?
Oh, Federer.
The New Jersey Devils.
Remember?
The New Jersey
There was a
Devils.
hocky player.
Sergei
the whole
Fedorov.
team.
I think it was Sergei Fedorov.
Fedorov. Oh, because he was the same. They were both from the same country.
Which, by the way, outstanding pickup in NHL '95. Sergei Fedorov.
Yeah.
that was a great game.
Backhand goal every time. Slide across the net.
All right, what's next, Klaus?
Man threatens to kill his brother and turn his children into sex slaves because he was furious that his brother got a share of their grandparents' inheritance. That old chestnut. Ross Paul Emick, he's 36 years old. He was arrested in Mesa, Arizona on August 14th. He's facing charges of theft by extortion, stalking, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and computer tampering. It began in March when Emick's brother informed police that he was the defendant. He was threatening him and breaking a restraining order. He allegedly demanded that his brother give him money, and he inherited from their great-grandparents. No, regular grandparents. So he tried to kidnap his kids and molest them.
And he hired a hitman.
Yeah.
You know what? This guy was no good to begin with, or they would have left him the money. So he wants to do that to the. You think about it.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Right,
There,
so-
That's
so-
Oh,
all-
wait.
What a scumbag.
Was this brother that's hiring the hitman and?
No, it's him. He's hiring the hitman.
That's what I'm saying.
He wants to put his nephews and nieces as sex slaves.
What I'm saying is, was he cut out, or was he
Yes.
just pissed that his
Cut
brother was cut in?
He got all of it. He got nothing because he's
Oh.
a scoundrel. Look,
All
at,
right.
look at his face.
His brother got a share of the grandparents. So what
Yeah,
it
a
sounds
share.
like is that the parents said everybody gets one, and this
They were
guy was like,
billionaires.
that guy shouldn't have, and then he did that because of that.
They were friggin' billionaires.
I'm gonna say something.
Looks
I'm gonna
like
say
he
something that's pretty unpopular right now. Okay,
Go ahead. Bring it on. Let's get the show shut off.
Let's go.
but I am against sex trafficking children. I'm against it. Okay, you listen to that internet. I am not on. I am not on board with what this guy did, and I don't care what you say about me on the internet about that.
What if they're bad kids?
Who the hell's into sex trafficking?
Well, you'd be surprised because
Exactly
it's fucking going on a lot.
Have you turned on the internet, Mr. Monday?
Yeah,
Not that page.
It seems to be quite a thing if you haven't been on in the web.
I mean, I've heard about it, but like that's bullshit.
Your Honor, it's bullshit.
I can't find any on eBay.
Okay, let's go to the next one with that.
Go to
We all
wayfair.com.
got a different site.
Why you should wear a mask when using a urinal. Flushing sends invisible piss sprays, coronavirus-laden particles that go into your nose. So just small amounts of pussy piss could come up and perforate your nose, and you could get just pussy piss is spreading COVID. Yeah,
Like pussy piss pus eating peanuts at Putnam Pantry?
that is that a topping now?
Well, I'm just saying, you're talking about like.
I don't think it makes a difference if it's pee-pee piss or pussy piss. Okay, it could happen in Peabody for all I care. It doesn't matter.
What about Pittsfield?
This would never happen in Pittsfield.
No.
That pussy piss and piss.
A lot of good baseball players came from Pittsfield.
Pittsfield?
Google it, yeah.
Okay.
I just
All right, so you don't think you can get corona from pee?
No, I don't think you can get corona from pee. I think this is a scare tactic by Big Piss.
yeah, I think he's right.
Piss.
Well, here's the deal.
I think it's a scare tactic by the police.
Here's the deal. You guys are missing the point here. Is pussy piss isn't the issue because this isn't a urinal issue, right? So pussy piss is only affecting a percentage of the population that's like that personifies themselves as like a Patty Punch or like a I don't know. I'm trying to think of comedians that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who's like at a mic. They had like 13 vodka sodas. They're pumping down
13 Purple Passions?
13 Purple Passions, and they gotta take a big fat
They love purple pancakes.
pussy piss and
Yeah, purple pancakes are really nice.
yeah.
All right. If we can get back to the corona molecules for a second.
What would you rather smell?
I am a Facebook scientist, and I am going to tell you right now.
What does that mean?
It means that
What does that mean?
I have an opinion, and I think it's right. Okay? I am not buying that corona is passed by piss molecules in a public urinal. I am not. It's disgusting. There's lots of other things that can be passed, but there's no. But this.
You're right. It has to be frozen so that you have a pussy piss pop, and then you can put the pussy piss pop
Did you guys
inside
ever freeze your piss?
Yeah. That's what I just said. I make pussy piss pops, and it's so you don't forget what your girlfriend tastes
Would
like.
you rather smell a man's piss or a woman's piss?
Oh, that's super easy. The girl.
How about you? If you had to pick one.
If I'm being forced to
Yeah.
smell pee.
This could go either way.
No, if I'm being forced to, I will go with the woman.
You want
What
yeah.
animal's piss would you want to smell?
A dolphin.
Why? Because it dilutes with the.
They're mammals.
How about you?
I bet you shark piss. I would sell it to some.
I want to smell a giraffe's piss.
I would sell it to some Japanese businessmen.
I bet you giraffe piss is
They
I
would
want
buy
to
that.
actually a panther's piss.
That sounds
is
like
probably
something
good.
that would be very big, like a foreign delicacy. Like, oh my God, you've never had shark piss before? It's
Yeah, if you were pompous and you wanted to pamper yourself with pussy piss, you would do that.
Platypus piss is
Yeah.
gross.
I got 16 hours.
What's your favorite animal? Like, if you had to pick an animal like that you could have as a pet, besides a dog or a cat, what would it be?
I've never had a pet my entire life.
know,
I
but
would kill
if
it
you
in
had to pick
15
one.
minutes. I don't get attached to animals.
Really?
Refuse to.
How about you?
Because he kills them in his
He doesn't
backyard.
get attached to John Fury.
going shark.
You want a shark as a pet?
Yeah.
Do you have a shark tank?
No, but
You got a Shark Tank
if only there was a show to pitch one.
He doesn't have a pot to pussy piss in.
True. True. He's into panther piss. All right, what's the next one?
Co-owner of a high-end jewelry outfit, Chopard, is accused of being the Giselle Maxwell of the jewelry world.
It's pronounced chopard.
Basically,
Ghislaine.
what this woman does is she recruits young, attractive women to go
This
and try
woman
to...
is doing it?
Yeah, well, she's the madam. She gets young girls
She
to
has
go out
horrible
there.
skin.
She gets young girls to go out there and sell jewelry to men that have a lot of money with a fuck job on the side. So if you buy this $20,000 pearl necklace, you can give me a pearl necklace.
What a deal.
All right, here's my take.
She has stretch marks.
I think
I'm
that
into it.
I think this is more prostitution, and we're selling jewelry on the side.
Yeah.
I think drugs.
Then it's selling jewelry and prostitution on the side.
I think it's the other way. I think Kobe's in town, or maybe not him anymore,
Well, yeah.
but somebody bad. That's really. You ever see that movie? What's the Adam Sandler movie where he's like a jeweler, and basically a basketball player with a lot of money comes into town and he wants to buy a piece. Do you know what I'm saying? And now he comes in there and he gets 2 pieces for the price of 1.
Pussy with a chance.
Yeah, you could be right.
No, it's jewelry with a. Oh, and throw that in for me, like. But it's gonna happen in real life anyway, because that girl working the jewelry store, if she's fucking the owner, maybe she's making $23 an hour. If that guy walks in there and she thinks she could spend the night like blowing him underneath the stadium, she's gonna do that. You might as well make her get some cash out of
stamps
it.
on coins?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Have you ever collected stamps of coins?
No.
Okay.
You have any quarters?
Good one, Mr. Monday.
That's great. I love that. I love how you.
Yeah.
That was an awesome way to wreck
just
momentum.
Really?
Just curious.
Keeping this boat float,
Just curious.
Mr. Monday?
But like that, does that once you hit a certain what the line gets gray anyway? Because then all you have to do is involve one dinner, and now it's not prostitution anymore, right?
Yeah.
So now I go and I get.
I don't think that it's guaranteed
get-
that it's prostitution if you're buying the necklace, because the guy could be like, "Oh, I spent $20,000 on the necklace."
Exactly.
But she just wanted to fuck me. That could be the guy's fucking.
But let's say you were caught up morally on that. You got a necklace, a blowjob, and a clam dinner. Now it's a date.
Yeah, like I mean, well, let's be real.
A clam
Whoever's
dinner.
buying a $20,000 necklace to get jerked off or whatever is not exactly caught up in the morals of the situation.
No, I'm saying from the outside effect. You throw a tuna fish sandwich in here, and now all of a sudden I don't want to hear it in the news. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair.
What
Yeah, that's reasonable.
What else we got, Klusk?
You guys ever hear the Cannonball Run?
Yes.
Love it.
Every year, apparently, they do a Cannonball Run from New York to L.A. They drive cars at very fast speeds, and the record was 27 hours. But due to COVID, there are less people on the streets.
Do they stop?
They do make some stops or whatever, but this was the car technology is better, and they don't have as many cars on the road,
much
and they
traffic,
broke
right?
the record by 2 hours, New York
Wow.
to L.A.
Shit.
I think that's impressive.
I think that you have to expect that the record's going to get shattered because there's no traffic. Like,
There's no traffic right now, and
But the
there's no
fact that
cops
they,
either.
yeah,
that's true too.
The cops don't want to give anyone tickets. Yeah, they don't want to give anyone tickets.
Yeah, if you were in a Black
already got a
Lives
bad
Matter
name.
car, you would probably
Oh my
nobody's gonna
God,
pull you
just-
over. You're not going to
yeah.
get pulled over. You could do 200.
throw the logo on the side and do
Yeah.
200 the whole way.
They were
That's a
doing
great idea.
110 miles an hour average, and they got up to 175. Nobody's pulling over that car. It says Rodney King on the back. That thing is gone.
Is he still living?
Yeah,
No,
he is.
I think Rodney King passed.
No.
Rodney King passed.
He's dead.
He dead. He's dead.
Really?
Andrew.
But he
Jesus Christ. Do you guys remember the movie Cannonball Run with Burt Reynolds?
Loved it.
oh, loved it. That needs to come back.
That was. Let's talk about who was in that movie with him.
Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise.
Dean
Oh,
Martin.
fucking Dean
Was
Martin.
Dean Martin in that?
Dean Martin was in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he played a priest, right? He had the
Yeah.
collar.
I didn't
You know,
remember
it's-
that.
Wow, it's weird. Like I watched that before I knew who Dean Martin was, and he was just the priest. And then I would see Dean Martin, I'd be like, oh, the priest from Cannonball Run also did some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Dean Martin was the man. He was the man.
The same thing happened for me when I was flipping through Playgirl and I saw Burt Reynolds. I was like, oh, that guy's the guy from the thing.
Did he have an erection?
Did he or I?
Both of you.
I was Smokey and the Band in that moment.
Who was the girl? Who was the girl?
He was
in
hotter than Chinese
Cannonball Run?
algebra.
Smokey is the
Wasn't
man.
Goldie Hawn, was it?
No, she was in the other one. She was in.
Oh, you know who the heck was it? She was blonde.
Yeah.
Reynolds always had a blonde around him.
I don't even remember who the chick was in that.
I know.
Charlie Fields.
Sally Fields.
No,
Sally-
she was in Smokey and the
That's
Bandit.
sweet.
She was Smokey and the
Sally
Bandit.
Fields tale.
Those are
Let
great.
us know
Those are
in the
great
chat
movies.
and we'll.
That was a great movie.
Really
Smokey and
was.
the Bandit.
I know, but well, Smokey and the Bandit too, but Cannonball Run, like that was.
They made like 3 or 4.
I think. Well, I only know of 2.
Did you ever
They
get?
all blend into one.
What's the fastest you guys have ever driven a car? Like yourself?
Myself.
Like, what did you ever drive a car fastest?
I've never been in a car.
I'm
that
gonna
could do
say
over 70.
I've probably put it to at least 110 by myself.
Jesus.
And
What'd you have, a
You
Mustang?
did 100 with me in the car, Donnie Turbo.
I think I
He was trying to get rid of you quick.
I think I was in my '84 Larry Thunderbird when I did that, and
Was it green?
it was gray. And then I've been in a car, I'd say going 130 that I wasn't driving.
That's scary.
Fast.
That's scary shit.
That's fast.
I don't do that anymore. Like it's like, yeah, no, I don't. But you know,
Probably shouldn't.
Ever since Vin Diesel left the gang.
yeah.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Ever since Paul Walker,
Yeah.
I
He
was
was
like,
the guy that had the insurance policy.
Anything else, Klusk?
Yeah, it's the end of an era. Every man that dreams of going to the Playboy Mansion and checking out one of Hugh's famous parties is now going to be denied that. He's dead. The home has been sold, and now they're stripping it down. They're filling in the grotto. They're taking away all the fuck dungeons. It is over.
I would have loved to have gone to the Playboy Mansion.
I had a chance to go to a Playboy party, and
One of the Super Bowls?
no, it
No.
was just like hey, we're having hot chicks over again tonight, and they were
Having
like,
a rough
yeah, you
Wednesday.
just gotta.
Was this in Saugus?
No, it was at the mansion, you fucking idiot. And like an idiot, I just took forever to get back to the person, and then I was like,
regret it?
2 weeks before, I was like, yeah, you know what? I am going to take you up on that offer, and she was like, oh yeah, that ship sailed like 3 weeks ago. You need to get back to me like a month ago, and I was like, fuck.
Carla, there's a lot of...
I would have loved to go to the Playboy Mansion.
The studio part where we shoot is relatively small compared to the giant space next to us right now. Like, could we turn that into our own Playboy Mansion? Do we have viewers that watch this, like hot chicks that would come and hang out at our Playboy
All the
Mansion?
Miss Mondays would probably dress up.
If we put a shower
the
in
Monday
there, yeah.
Mansion.
Let's do that. Anybody
Monday Mansion.
type in pick me if you'd like to come to the Playboy Monday Mansion.
Oh, the Monday Mansion.
Yeah,
I like
do it
that.
in the chat. Say pick me, pick me.
I like the sound of that.
We could have our own grotto.
Start
love it.
shopping for a smoking jacket, Mr. Monday.
Hey, Hugh was on something else, wasn't he, though?
He definitely was something else. Like that.
Jesus.
Imagine the thing that took off for you was taking pictures of hot, beautiful women with their clothes off. Like that's the thing that did everything for you in life.
He started off in a closet, right?
I don't think he was ever in the closet. There was a lot of girls at that place.
Was Marilyn Monroe like the first Playmate?
Yeah,
She was the first.
Seriously?
the first
I didn't know
Cover?
that. I didn't know that.
cover, yeah.
The first spread.
So there's a picture of her beaver out there?
I don't think she
Marilyn
went
Monroe
beef.
in the
I don't think the
Monday
first one had
Mansion?
beef.
Yeah, they were doing full dump in the 50s, Mr. Monday.
Yeah.
She probably had a lot of hair.
Yeah, they had a guy come in and comb it to both sides so you could see everything.
They potted it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
It had to match Hugh's head.
Yeah. There was a whole bunch of Kennedy DNA in there, so it was pretty.
I
it was
saw
pretty hard
I
to
saw
get through.
pictures of Hugh when he was like a young guy, and it's so weird to see him as like a young guy because you pretty much only know him as an old guy, you know. But I
There's a
would've
couple
fucked him.
people
He was
like
a good-looking
that.
dude.
Steve Martin's
We
kind
know
of
you
one of
would've.
those guys that like you always think of. He's that.
Steve Martin had gray hair when he was like 30.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
He was.
Although I have to say,
One of
I
my
don't think he's
favorites.
really aged all that much. Like
But that's the move. Is if you start off being an old man and that guy like that 20-year-old guy looks like he's 50. When he turns 50, you're like that guy looks like
there
he's
was
30.
a guy when I was in college. Jesus Christ, this guy looked like he was 57 when he was
I
like
thought Jesus was
18,
older than
and it was just like just silver.
Some
silver
guys
hair.
just go great
And it was
quick.
just like it always blew up. Like I can't believe I'm in school with this fucking guy. Like it was just crazy to me. All right, good story, Don.
Good job, Don. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll hair shame more people.
If I want to get shot out of a cannon on a Monday, I have to be fresh and ready to go. Hey, let's face it, us men, we're all a bunch of hairy animals, but we could use a little trim. How come every time I try, I cut my sack and I bleed? If you're gonna put clippers and blades near your family jewels, it's time to use right tools. The new Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped has skin-safe technologies, so this trimmer won't nick and snag your nuts. Having an accident below the belt is a thing of the past. Get 20% off and free shipping with code GARDEN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code GARDEN. There's a lot of nuts out there. Now it's time to handle them with care.
All right, so Klus, they're going to run the Kentucky Derby. Is this going to be virtual? Like, what's going on
They're
with this?
going to do the Kentucky Derby. It will be run a month later than normal. It'll be on September 5th. It is the 146th run for the Roses. That's crazy. That's a long time. What was that, 150 years?
Why? It's
here?
always August 5th?
I'm surprised it's this late in the year. Like to be honest
I
with
thought
you,
it was in
I thought everything like I thought
Yeah, it was
all
in
the-
May.
April, May, June, and it's all done is when I thought those 3 races happened.
It's whenever the rich white people decide to do it, really.
Yeah,
They
because
tell
now-
they tell the horses. It's not really up to the horses.
It's different now because of BML.
Yeah, we decide and then...
It may be
BML
the
was-
pandemic.
BML.
Be a man live.
Now, like, what's the type of...
Hats?
Why do some things happen and some things not happen? Right? So, like, Why can the Kentucky Derby happen? It seems like the silliest thing to do right now.
I don't know if it's the hat or the giant
I
breast,
think that
but I'm enjoying all of those.
I just think this because they wear a mask. The jockeys wear a mask, and so do the horses. So you're not going to.
Let me ask you real quick on the screen. What's your trifecta? Pick your trifecta for me.
on the right, all three on the right.
The blue dress is the best dress out of all of them.
The one on the left, the one in the black hat's hiding her face.
The
She's-
third, the second one.
I enjoy all of them, but the left is my least favorite.
Can I point out though, the one in the black
Same
hat
here.
is the drunk aunt who hasn't gotten laid in 2 years, and she'll probably
Oh,
suck
she-
your dick right.
She got
I'm going
laid.
to 4-2 Quinella.
She got laid in the parking lot before the race.
Yeah, if you lift up that skirt, it smells like sewage.
But like, were you guys big Kentucky Derby guys? Did you do things?
I mean,
was it a thing?
I always
really-
said I wanted to go, but I never went.
I'd like to go once just to fucking.
I heard it's dirty down there.
Dirty how? Like it's
Like just like
Horse shit?
filthy.
like New Orleans.
Like,
Well,
big
like-
pieces of horse shit everywhere.
You know what I like? I mean, it is a horse track. Like, imagine if like
Good fertilizer.
You went to Suffolk Downs on the sexiest day of the year. It's still Suffolk Downs.
I would go to Suffolk and I would place a bet, and you would go to a cookout later that day, and some stupid named fucking
Right.
equine is gonna make or break your day. You could do the same thing. We actually were doing some video versions of that. It's probably illegal for me to say that, but we were running this ring where we would play like the simulcast thing that we knew who was winning,
Right.
and tell everybody on Facebook that they were actually gambling against
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Well, the Kentucky Derby. I mean, I guess I don't. Oh,
So
some
all
have been
right,
canceled.
this thing's gonna happen virtually, and virtually
There won't be any
no-
girls there wearing hats.
And
Nobody-
if they do, it'll keep you 6 feet away. Those things are fucking huge.
They can put them on upside down like they're fucking the dogs.
Oh,
Protection things like the fucking governor in Maine's trying to make people do.
yeah.
You
Let
see that?
everybody know.
They have to fuck their dogs.
You know when a dog has fleas and they put a coffee filter around its head?
Yeah, I just read it. Apparently, this is legit. I thought it was a satire article, but it's legit. They're making the servers now wear the fucking dog fucking things when they
Why?
serve your quesadillas to prevent coronavirus molecules from getting on your quesadillas and whatnot when the server brings them.
And to make waitresses
I
more fun.
couldn't. And by the way, it's Maine. Look, I'm not gonna.
should be. What do they know?
I'm not going to lie to you and sit here and tell you that I got the fucking corona numbers from Maine, but it's Maine. Let's cut the shit. Is
Yeah.
it really that much of a problem?
Right. I'm in
How many
Maine.
people have died this year in Maine from this?
know the difference.
More
Nobody
people,
dies in Maine.
more people get herpes on a
Nobody dies in
tractor
Maine.
Maine.
I
than-
think-
Nobody dies in Maine.
I think Halloween should be a big party this year, and everyone has to wear a mask, and there'll be no corona.
I don't think anybody's gonna stop us if we want to.
You have to wear a mask under the mask, Mr. Monday. Be safe. Double bag it.
All right, that's fine. That's what you do with condoms.
Yep.
That was the pun.
All right, what do we got for fan? I heard this fan.
You love
art.
how he explains the joke, Donzo. That always makes the joke crush harder.
There's always fan art. It's just whether or not we choose to show some of it. And again, we had a Lori Laughlin type sponsor insist that her, borderline mental child get his drawings put on the screen. So we're gonna show a couple of them. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's look at the first drawing from our mentally ill. Oh, this person. Okay, this is from Gary. He said he saw me grocery shopping, and I don't know if I don't remember this at all.
What's the methadone clinic have to do with
I
grocery shopping?
They
that where
sell
you
the
shop?
chip. They sell the chips I like. So I was there for chips. You can only there's a vending machine. Let's take a look at the next picture. I don't like this one.
We're blowing your cover.
The next one is Carlo picking up
Jeez.
some grillings.
Oh yeah, Jay Pachi's. Yep.
Did you see anybody there with a crayon?
Wow, look at that.
Now, Carlo, is that
Somebody
Kim-
set up with an
is that-
Easter egg. T-bone.
Can we close on this for once and just come to a consensus? Is it Jay Pace or Jay Pachi?
Pachi.
And let me tell you, I hear it in society 50-50.
Pace.
And it influences me. Let me tell you, when I read it the first time, I was like, Jay Pachi. Let's go down to Jay Pachi. We'll get the fancy chicken salad and the chicken palm. And then I'm like, you talk to Steve down the street, and it's Jay Pace. Yes, we went to Jay Pace. They have
Not
so
Jay
boring.
Pace.
It is,
Yeah,
but
but
at the same time, let me tell you, society's fucking 50-50 on that.
Carlo? Now,
They're fucking dumb.
this is a child's drawing, but would you say that those sausages are to scale for you?
Those sausages are good. They look like supersadas actually, and that's a pepperoni in my right pocket, and then that looks like a prosciutto on my forearm.
Yep.
And
This
those,
guy never goes
that's
anywhere without a pepperoni.
that's steak tips in a bag over there. It says 80/20. Not sure what that means. Maybe that's my blood pressure.
It's probably
And
ground
then-
beef.
And
I
then
think
that-
it's
for
80% lean,
and that
20%
look
fat.
okay.
I would
you're probably
imagine,
right.
yeah.
You're probably right. And then
Oh, fat again.
that looks like a kielbasa in my left hand. You know?
It looks like a
Better be able this week,
Oh, it looks like one of those old people.
If I can be
shitters
completely
that-
legit with you, I think it looks like a flux capacitor. Why are you holding a flux capacitor?
Wow, you've had a girl with a vagina like that? Jesus
It
Christ.
sent me back in time.
Holy
We
crap.
are on the North Shore, Mr. Monday.
Yeah,
We did get one more photo before we show it. There was a an expose on the funniest things that are on the internet from Boston. So when the pandemic went down, everybody turned to the internet for entertainment, and Chronicle from WCVB.
Chronicle,
Main
that's
Street
I heard
and Back
that-
Road.
I heard
Yeah.
that show sucks.
They did an expose on everybody except for us.
What do you mean?
That they picked all these comedians with shows that have been on for 2 fucking weeks when we're getting 80 fucking thousand subscribers, and they're sitting there trying to
Like
figure out.
40,000 views.
Oh my god, it was fucking pathetic.
and
They
they're
were
talking
going
about all
around.
these other Mamalukes.
They said that,
What the
that
fuck do we know?
keep the laughter alive. Those fucking morons. So one of our fans was equally upset, and he did a Photoshop of what he thinks that WCBV stands for, and we're going to show it here. I don't know if we can even get away with this on Facebook, but Chronicle, and he says the WCVB stands for something. He didn't fill it in, so you have to figure it out.
We crave.
Jeez, I don't know. Did they send the one with the actual filled-in answer, or we have to just?
No, that's it.
We don't know what it stands for, but
deleted.
if
Chronicle
those
really
bitches at
dropped the
Chronicle
ball,
want to,
huh?
yeah, if they want to
We
show,
crave virgin bots.
maybe they should have did a fucking Google search over there at Chronicle. I think somebody should lose their fucking job, and I think that they need to do a retraction and show what the real
Well,
shit
let's
going
reach
on
out
in
to them
Boston
tomorrow and
comedy
straighten
is.
those people
I
out.
think we're gonna send a guy over there.
Yeah, we'll do that afterwards.
That's the must
know the big man guy.
Let's try to be gentlemen. We'll try to do a handshake and be gentlemen first, and then when they get tough with us, we're gonna send.
Sounds like
We're gonna send be a man over there to bite
someone's got a
someone's
little
friggin'
patch
hat
of
out.
Swayze in them. It's time to be nice until it's time to not
Main
be nice.
streets and broken bones. We're on your list, kid.
All right, Zola, what do you got coming up? You got any shows? Anything cooking?
Yeah, I'm doing a show with Steve Sweeney next Friday night at.
What's that?
What?
Giggles?
No, it's at a place in Weymouth called Next Page Cafe. Next.
That's our buddy. What day?
Oh shit, are you serious?
That place is fucking great.
Yeah, you're gonna have a good
Wait
time.
a minute. When is this?
They
Jesus
did it
Christ.
out to lunch. They're
Yeah,
a friend
yeah,
of the show.
All right.
A friend of the show.
When is it? When is it?
It's August 28th, whatever
Let's
that
go
number
to
is.
it.
So it's a Thursday
You guys
or
wanna go to
Friday.
it?
Fucking go.
Let's go to it. Let's go to
Sweeney,
it.
I don't know. I'm not going to say much, but Sweeney does a Biden. You have to see. If Sweeney's
Sweeney's
playing
buddies
anywhere,
with
go to Zollo show everywhere.
Ed
You got to
Page.
see that.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
they're buddies.
Next
We-
page.
When is it? The 28th?
The 28th.
That's
It's on the 28th. I know that
Is that
much.
this weekend?
So actually, is that Thursday? I
Sounds
should
like a
probably
Thursday.
know this, but
Today's the 24th.
Talk to you
today's
later.
the 24th.
28th is Friday.
All right, so it's on Friday.
I'll
Hey,
go Friday.
at
Friday.
home in the chat, if you have a calendar,
wanna go?
is the 28th type 7 if
Place
it's the
is
28th
great.
is on Thursday.
And the guy who owns it's awesome. And Steve Sweeney.
Are you
That's Steve
Rotary
Sweeney's.
folks?
And we wanna get
He's
Steve-
the Mount Rushmore of Boston comedy.
Yeah, and he's been ducking us for 2 years. But
We'll
that's
just go.
fine.
We're going to Shanghai and we'll go to the show.
Shanghai, I'm going to the show.
We know the guy there.
The old Shanghai surprise.
Well, today was another great Monday, guys. Great show.
Every Monday.
Is there a Monday that's not great?
Today was eerie though, but it was still great. All right. We'll see you next week, Monday on 3. 1.